Now, doing business in China for almost 20 years now, I'm still hesitant to tell you any stereotypes about the Chinese culture or even the American culture because both countries are so large and made up of such large populations. But at the same time, I have so many colleagues or associates who really ask me for some cultural tips. So one thing we really need to know as Americans is we love competition. We believe the cream will rise to the top, or better said, that this competition brings the best out of everybody and will actually raise the bar. That kind of individualism, that kind of competition really makes our culture strong. Unfortunately, that does not translate really well into the Chinese culture, where group dynamics, balance, and peace are really critical. A lot of times they'll spend a lot of time wanting to know you better before they make any type of decision. For example, sometimes they don't like change, and actually no action is much better than taking action or creating change. And that'll drive the Americans crazy because we're all about the facts, being straightforward, frank, and doing business, whereas the Chinese might take a lot longer time to make a decision. Our frankness, our straightforwardness is loved, but also can be a big disadvantage. Another thing to consider is when we do have different cultural clashes, maybe even business decisions, the Chinese hate to be pointed out for doing something well or be pointed out for doing something poorly. Make sure that you don't pull out individuals because it's really about the group. Their identity comes from their classmates. Their identity might come from their local city or their local language. Something we often forget as Americans is our culture is very heterogeneous. We have people with different backgrounds, different ethnic groups. Whereas in China, it's really a homogeneous society. Almost 92 to 93% of the population is Han Chinese, one ethnic group. And in those groups, though, what separates them out is in China, they can speak up to 156 different dialects, 80 that are distinctly different from each other. So that dialect in and of itself makes a group identity. So be aware of this when doing business in China, and I think it'll help you be a little more successful.